A significant development has occurred in Nashville, Tennessee. Kilmar Armando Abrego Garcia faces serious federal charges. An arrest warrant was issued on May 21, 2025. This warrant brings to light allegations of human smuggling. The case highlights the ongoing efforts by authorities to combat such activities. Mr. Abrego Garcia is now at the center of a federal investigation. The charges suggest a calculated operation rather than an isolated incident. This situation underscores the complexities involved in addressing the movement of people across borders for profit, a concern that resonates deeply within communities and law enforcement agencies alike, demanding careful scrutiny and justice. Kilmar Armando Abrego Garcia has been indicted by federal authorities. The indictment details his alleged involvement in serious crimes. Specifically, he is accused of participating in a conspiracy. This conspiracy was reportedly aimed at unlawfully transporting individuals who are not authorized to be in the United States. Furthermore, the charges indicate that this transportation was allegedly conducted for financial gain. This element of profit is a key aspect of the accusations he faces. The legal documents paint a picture of an organized effort, which authorities are now working to dismantle through the judicial process. His case is filed in the Middle District of Tennessee. The charges against Mr. Abrego Garcia are grave. He is formally accused of two main offenses. The first charge is conspiracy to unlawfully transport illegal aliens, specifically for financial gain. This means he is accused of planning with others to move people illegally for money. The second charge is the unlawful transportation of illegal aliens, also for financial gain. This suggests direct involvement in the act of moving people. These acts are violations of United States Code, specifically 8 U.S.C. Section 1324, subsection A1, A2, and B.I. for the conspiracy, and 8 U.S.C. Section 1324, subsection A1, A.V., and B.I. for the transportation itself, indicating the serious nature of federal law enforcement's response. The legal framework surrounding these charges is quite specific. The United States Code, Title 8, Section 1324, deals directly with bringing in and harboring certain aliens. The subsections cited in Mr. Abrego Garcia's warrant point to criminal penalties for those who knowingly transport individuals lacking legal status, especially when done for commercial advantage or private financial gain. The B.I. part signifies that the offense involved transporting 10 or more such individuals, or was done for profit, or that the alien was transported in a manner endangering their life. This underscores the severity with which the government views these actions, placing a strong emphasis on the exploitative nature of such transportation schemes. The legal process against Kilmar Armando Abrego Garcia began with the issuance of an arrest warrant. This warrant was formally issued on May 21, 2025, in Nashville, Tennessee. It originated from the United States District Court for the Middle District of Tennessee. The document commands any authorized law enforcement officer to arrest Mr. Abrego Garcia. He is then to be brought before a United States magistrate judge. This must happen without unnecessary delay, a standard procedure in federal cases. The warrant itself was signed and issued by Jeremy Medley, the criminal case administrator, signifying the official commencement of judicial action against the defendant. The case against Mr. Abrego Garcia has been assigned case number 325-CR-00115. It will be heard before Judge Crenshaw in the Middle District of Tennessee. This specific court and judge will oversee all proceedings related to these charges. Understanding the charge of conspiracy to unlawfully transport illegal aliens for financial gain is crucial. It means that authorities believe Mr. Abrego Garcia did not act alone. Instead, they allege he planned and agreed with at least one other person. The goal of this agreement was to move people across the border or within the country illegally, with the primary motivation being profit, a serious offense under federal law. The second charge, unlawful transportation of illegal aliens for financial gain, focuses on the act itself. This allegation suggests Mr. Abrego Garcia was directly involved in moving people who lacked legal permission to be in the country. Again, the financial gain aspect is central. It implies that this was not an act of humanitarian aid, but a business transaction. Such actions are illegal because they undermine immigration laws. They also often place the individuals being transported in vulnerable and dangerous situations. The law seeks to penalize those who exploit this vulnerability for monetary profit, treating individuals as commodities. These violations of 8 U.S.C. Section 1324 carry significant penalties. Congress has determined that profiting from the illegal movement of people is a serious crime. The law is designed to deter and punish those who engage in such activities. The phrase for financial gain distinguishes these acts from those who might transport someone without seeking profit, though that can also be illegal under different circumstances. In this case, the indictment strongly suggests a commercial operation. The legal proceedings will now focus on whether the prosecution can prove these allegations beyond a reasonable doubt, ensuring due process for the accused. While the specific charges against Mr. Abrego Garcia are for unlawful transportation, it's important to understand the broader context of human trafficking. Human trafficking is a severe crime. It involves exploiting people for forced labor or commercial sexual exploitation. It can involve force, fraud, or coercion. Unlawful transportation of individuals for profit, as alleged in this case, can be a component of larger human trafficking networks. People who are desperate to move or escape difficult situations can become easy targets for exploiters. They are treated as cargo, not as human beings with rights and dignity, which is a core concern in all trafficking discussions. The unlawful transportation of people, especially for profit, is incredibly serious. It often involves dangerous conditions. People may be hidden in vehicles not meant for human transport. They might face extreme weather, lack of food, water, or medical care. The individuals being transported are highly vulnerable. They may fear authorities and their transporters equally. This vulnerability makes them susceptible to further exploitation once they reach their destination. The financial motive behind such transportation often means that the safety and well-being of the individuals are secondary to the profit being made by the transporters, creating perilous journeys. In Tennessee, as in other states, crimes like those alleged against Mr. Abrego Garcia have a significant impact. They contribute to a shadow economy where human beings are exploited. These activities constrain local resources and communities. Law enforcement agencies in Tennessee are actively working to combat human trafficking and related offenses, such as unlawful transportation. They collaborate with federal partners to investigate and prosecute these complex cases. Public awareness is also a key component in fighting these crimes, as tips from the community can often lead to investigations and rescues of vulnerable individuals. The state is committed to holding perpetrators accountable. Law enforcement's response to such cases is multifaceted. It involves careful investigation, often spanning multiple jurisdictions. It requires gathering evidence to prove not just the transportation, but the financial gain aspect and any conspiracy involved. The arrest of individuals like Mr. Abrego Garcia sends a message that these activities will not be tolerated. The goal is not only to punish offenders, but also to dismantle the networks that facilitate these crimes. Protecting victims and preventing future exploitation are paramount concerns for authorities in Tennessee and across the nation. These efforts are vital for maintaining community safety and upholding human dignity. Following the indictment and the issuance of the arrest warrant, the next step for Kilmar Armando Abrego Garcia involves the judicial system. Once apprehended, he will be brought before a United States magistrate judge. This initial appearance is crucial. During this hearing, he will be formally informed of the charges against him. The judge will also consider matters such as bail or detention pending trial. This is the beginning of a legal journey that will determine his guilt or innocence based on the evidence presented. The process is designed to ensure fairness while upholding the law. The legal process can be lengthy and complex. After the initial appearance, there will likely be an arraignment, where Mr. Abrego Garcia will enter a plea of guilty or not guilty. If he pleads not guilty, the case will proceed towards trial. This phase can involve pre-trial motions, discovery where both sides exchange evidence, and plea negotiations. A trial would involve the presentation of evidence by the prosecution and the defense, with a jury or judge ultimately deciding the outcome. Throughout this process, Mr. Abrego Garcia has the right to legal representation to navigate the complexities of the federal court system. Stopping human trafficking and related crimes like the unlawful transportation of individuals for profit is critically important for everyone. These crimes prey on vulnerable people. They undermine the rule of law and can have devastating consequences for victims and their families. Communities are safer when such illicit activities are disrupted, and those responsible are held accountable. The charges against Mr. Abrego Garcia, focusing on transportation for financial gain, highlight one aspect of a larger web of exploitation that authorities are continuously working to dismantle. Public vigilance and support for law enforcement efforts play a vital role in these endeavors. Ultimately, the case against Kilmar Armando Abrego Garcia serves as a reminder of the ongoing fight against human exploitation. The justice system's role is to carefully examine the facts, ensure a fair process, and deliver an outcome that reflects the evidence and the law. For the community in Tennessee and beyond, such cases reinforce the importance of addressing the root causes that make people vulnerable to trafficking and exploitation. By understanding the charges, the legal process, and the broader implications of such crimes, we can all contribute to creating a society that better protects its most vulnerable members and upholds human dignity for all.